How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to answer the question, is if the ballistics feature, is it necessary? I get this question all the time on Garmin watches. This one's a Tactics 7, this one's a Tactics 8. And folks ask me, do I need the ballistics edition? Could you tell more about it? Could you explain it and stuff? And I get it, people want to know. And I'm going to answer that question here in a minute. And it's pretty specific and straightforward as a yes or no answer. But let's dive into what it kind of is first off. So ballistics features, if you're not familiar with it, it is computing ballistics data, as in shooting data for rifles, right out to distances. The further out you go distances, the more, information you need, and it gets more and more difficult as you go further out. Myself, I've shot out to 1,000 meters and further, and I have found some of these features to be beneficial. Including this will actually, if you have Bluetooth capable stuff, it can Bluetooth in. So if you have a rangefinder or a Kestrel that is giving you real-time weather data, like I can hold it up, it'll give temperature, wind, all that kind of stuff. And real time is if I look through this, hit this and say, hey, that's 300 meters away, it automatically sends the data and then computes it for you, spitting it out into, information. Like here, windage call. I know the sun's kind of weird. I'll probably zoom in, specifically give it to you. It takes, different wind calls. It'll give you your range card, so you can even see, it's a digital range card. So like 350 meters is how many mils, or MOA, or however you decide to run your rifle. It's gonna spit that out. With that said, going back to the question, not to sound rude, but if you're asking the question, it's probably no, you don't need it. And why I say that is because most folks that are already in that realm, that are long range shooting, extremely experienced, majority of them already know they need this. They know it. They have all the data. They've done it manually. They know how to compute it manually. They have all the other stuff. And they're like, hey, ballistics data in a watch. Okay, it's a cool feature, but I'm not going to 100% rely on this. Can you? Yes, it is effective. But I have found that electronics tend to fail at certain times, or especially with this, as in being cold out. Like right now, my fingers are fairly cold. When I start trying to touch this, it doesn't really work. Then I got to use the buttons, and then you find yourself going through the buttons and it's kind of difficult, and you're in the moment and you need stuff. It can be frustrating at times. Sometimes it's easier just to pull out a data card, look at it, dial, and shoot. I'm not going to say it's beneficial or not beneficial to everybody, but for the folks that are probably asking it, it's probably no. Save yourself some money. Again, if you want to get this, it's your money. Go ahead and send it. Get it. That's fine. It's just, I'm trying to save you some money because a lot of people always ask, well, is it? And I'm like, well, how much long range shooting do you do? Do you do a ton? Well, I don't do too much. I go a couple times a year. Okay, well, do you have this extra disposable income that you can put $200 into something? Sometimes they're like, yes. Sometimes they're like, no. It just depends. If you're the person that wants to have the highest premium thing, even though you'll never use it, then get it. You're probably never going to use it, but that's your money. You do what you want with it. At the end of the day, is a ballistics feature beneficial? Yes, it's how you use it. Does the majority of folks out there need it? No, I don't think so. But there are going to be people in this video that say, I need it, I want it, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I'm just going how it is. I would recommend, there's nothing different. There's not a difference between the Garmin Tactics 8 Pro Solar and then you add ballistics. It's just the ballistics feature. You get the same thing. You can even upgrade, I think, later on to the ballistics feature if you don't decide you want it. Then you want it down the road in a year or two, you can buy the software and put it on it. So my recommendation, save your money up front. And it's funny enough because I lose money in that anyways. If you buy these things off of Amazon, I get commission just based on, Amazon affiliate links. If you purchase something off Amazon, I get a few dollars or a few cents per item. Of course, if I'm having you buy the most expensive thing, I get a little more commission. And here I am telling you to get the lesser product so I get less money because I'm an independent reviewer and I value what you guys spend your money on. That's why I'm doing this. So counterproductive in my mindset. There's other people out there on YouTube who are gonna say, you absolutely need this. I don't think so, but that's just my opinion. Again, if you want it, send it. If not, you don't have to. Again, at the end here, sorry that I'm not diving into the specs because there are other videos on YouTube that do that, and I just am not motivated to detail and dial into all the long-range specs of this because I'm not motivated to do it. Now, there are other videos out there. Man, it's cold out here. Starting to talk a little bit differently, but there's a lot of other videos out there that can show you that. I recommend looking into them. So we're gonna dive into more stuff on the Tactics 8, of course, and coming up, but other than that, I don't think it is worth it. So yeah, PayPal, Patreon, if you want to support this. Other than that, I hope y'all have a great day.